here at the moment. Okay, so just in a few minutes time, we are really going to kick off this review. So just please exercise a little bit of patience. Thank you. All right. Welcome back. Uh, I don't know. Okay. All right. Let me not complete. So we were just waiting for most of you that just joined in to join before we start of the review actually. So that's why I just left my screen like this. So good morning once again to everyone. I said earlier, my name is Victor, but they call me the Bishop. So I'm going to be your host this morning. So let's dive into our chats because we don't have much time. All right, so for today, basically, being Wednesday, 22nd day of January 2025. So basically, we want to, first of all, You just want to, it's more like saying on a raining season, you know, when we're in raining season and you'd like to go out for the day. It is in your best interest to know if there possibly might be rain, you know, so you can arm yourself for the weather to come. So basically, in the market, you want to arm yourself with the basic news, what is driving the market or what might drive the market, and when is it most likely going to happen. So in cases like this, we look at it as fundamentals. So I know a lot of you are familiar with fundamentals, and here is our forest factory. So we can see that for today, we don't really have high impact news, save for the World Economic Forum, that's the WEF annual meeting. Today is the 3, and it's going to be all day. About 90 countries will be in attendance for this particular event. About 90 countries will be in attendance. So it's going to be all day, you know. So you want to pay attention to it. Meanwhile, the finance ministers, head of central banks, you know, these are the persons that will be representing each countries. And their reports, their speeches, you know, can actually move the market. Then by 4:15, we're going to be having European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde will be speaking. So by 4:15 today. And that might also move the euro, right? That might also move the euro. But all things being equal, we don't really have that much hyper. Not even for USD or any other currency. So let's dive back into the charts. So today's going to be more of technicals, right? So I think we should start from some of the basic or popular traded currencies. I like starting from currencies, right? I like starting from currencies. Okay, this is Euro USD. And as you can see, both currencies have some strength at the moment. Now, this is my 1 hour time frame. I like looking at it higher time frame. First of all, now for my 4 hour time frame, if I zoom out, you're going to see that price has been doing what? Now, I want this to be an interactive session. For those who are familiar with my analysis, you always know that we do this together, we interact. Now, I've gone to a higher time frame, which is a 4 hour time frame. And for my 4 hour time frame, I think the last time we did this together, right? I think we did this together the last time. So for my 4 hour time frame, so has price been going up or down? So I need your responses. Just type it on the chat box, up or down. Has price been going up or has price been going down? Like for the longest period now, for what you can see, right? Can everyone hear me? Okay, I think responses are coming in. Okay, down. Ecoliners, okay, Pepsi, nice one. Yeah, more persons, please. I don't think we just have like 3 persons here. Okay, Chinedu up, all right. Okay. V down. Okay, thank you so much for your responses. Right now, I said for my 4 hour time frame. Now, please follow what you see. What you see on your 4 hours can be slightly different from what you see on your 1 hour. So, but what you see on your higher time frames is more true than what you see on your lower time frames. Your lower time frames can be exaggerating, can be false, right? Okay, down. The audio is good. Thank you. Down, down. All right. Thank you so much. Now, apart from Chinedu that says up, Moji, thank you. Apart from Chinedu that says up, now perhaps it's looking at it from another time frame. Now, I said from what you can see for the longest now, it has been going down, isn't it? Now, I've marked the major reversal points, major turning points, major retracement points, which is after down, retrace. Make it go a bit. So after price, pull down massively, retraced and started going down. So I marked the end of retracement, massively retraced, started going down. I marked the retracement, all right? And I can see price bounced it off that point before giving me another down retracement, all right? So now This is where we are right now. Okay, so after this massive one, retracement, okay, ended at this point here. So now price is back to this point here, this point of major retracement, which it has bounced off the first time, the second time, the third time. Now, is it about giving us a fourth retracement point, touch for the retracement? Let me mark it this way. So let me increase it to the future. Now you notice that price is, we have some confluence. So as I, let me see, let me go back to my 1 hour. Sorry, 1 hour now. I'm at 1 hour now. So you will notice that price is at an area of supply at this level. You know, price has gotten back to that point. It broke above this one, you know, to go up. So from where price is right now, what do you think will most likely happen? What do you think? Let me look at my daily first. From where price is right now, what do you think will most likely happen? Should price keep going up, or do you expect it to keep going to the downside? 1 hour time frame. So what do you think? Should price keep going up, or do you expect it to keep going back to the downside? Okay. So could retrace down? Is likely to go down as usual. Okay. I think I like the word likely. Okay, because like I said, there's nothing 100% in this market, right? Nothing is ever 100%. You might be talking now and one fundamental somewhere that we not even see on our forest factory just happen and price push to the upside. So now basically this is looking like it's going to be bearish, retracing back to the downside. Okay, I'm sorry, not even retracing, continue that downward movement basically. But if you are going to have a sell, please, you can see above your area here, just have your stop loss, right? Just have your stop loss somewhere above to be safe, right? Just to be safe. But it's looking most likely price should go to the downside. So that is for Euro USD. So Euro USD is going to be looking bearish. GBP USD, on the other hand, let's see. So for my 4 hours also, you can see that price also has been going down, down, and down. Bearish, 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 and bearish. Okay. Um, so if let me see, if I mark this level after this retracement continues, which was giving us more like double top, right? So price is breaking above this first resistance level here on my 4 hour time frame. And now, if I expect price to, because from what you can see, I can see from my trend lines, price is bouncing on first, second, third, you know, false break, came back inside again. So I expect that price possibly bounce off from here, keep going to the upside. Otherwise, retrace back to this level, which is going to give us our demand zone. This is more like order flow pattern, right? So inside this previous resistance that has been broken, I have my order flow, which is I have my demand level here, and it can also be my order flow. So two things can happen. Price can bounce off this point here and keep going up. Why? Because of my trend line. My trend line was giving me that touch until price made a break, retested, and expected to keep going down. Unfortunately, price came back inside again. So one of two things will happen. Either it starts, continues to the upside here, or wait for price to cool down to this level before initiating my buys, right? Before initiating my buys. Perhaps that downward movement has lost strength, is over. Now, the only condition for which I will be selling GBP USD is if price can work its way back to this my previous resistance, right? The next resistance, which is a mile away, right? Which is a mile away. Now there is a most likely price might even stop at this level, but there's a supply at this level. So I need an inducement to pull me all the way here before I look out for continuous sell opportunities. All right. Now, even if that bearish momentum has ended, this bearish momentum, even if it has ended and price is starting to go back up, the moment it gets here, at least I should see some retracement back to the downside before continuing if I thought it's going to break it. Okay. So one of those is I'm banking on it. This retracement continues to this level, and if you can get here, that's why I'll be selling. Otherwise, we are going to be looking at buying GBP USD for today, right? Most likely it's going to be bullish, and if it comes here, then I'm going to start buying it. So that is for GBP USD. GBP JPY. I missed out on a major move yesterday. Now I got some. I was trading it, but I got out at this point. Okay, I entered from this level here, and I got out from this point. And the reason I entered from this level was because of this. This my demand zone. Okay, this level here, so middle of this one here. There about price struggle for a bit, but finally, and when it got to this point, I was thinking it might not break above this level. So it looks more, it looks clearer on 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So if you see this particular level, see this level here that I marked, price, this is the previous resistance. Price need to break above it, then continue. So the moment price, attempted the first break, rejected, the second break, rejected, I closed my trade from this candle, and price, just kept going. Well, I should have left the trade and I should have closed. I don't really regret it, but it happens sometimes. And I could have left it and price would have returned all the way back, right, to this level. Now, what am I expecting for GBP JPY for today? Obviously, this guy has been giving me some significant retracement to the downside, and it's looking more like even ranging. Let me clear out all of this so that it won't look confusing. Okay. So for my daily, let me go to my daily again. Now you notice that even on my daily time frame, price is just been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and I've had massive retracements to the downside. So price is possibly looking at pulling back again to the upside. And on my 4-hour time frame, it's looking almost the same. Looking almost the same. Okay, so now finally back to my 1-hour time frame. You notice that the moment price got to this level, the moment price got to around this level, this is like the lowest. Okay, so from here, price retracement first, but now it's not coming to the downside. It's trying to pull up and up and up. So perhaps price is starting to give us a bullish momentum. And in that case, can I have a trend line here? Yes, I do. Although this would be the perfect trend line. This would more like be the perfect trend line. Now, the secret to drawing trend line, that reminds me. So by 1 p.m. today, we are going to be having an advanced class. Most of you should have gotten a notification. So I'm going to be talking about advanced trend lines combined with supply demand zones, right? Trust me, this is very, very powerful. I don't want to divulge much here, but I'm just giving you some tools. Advanced trend lines coupled with supply demand zones. So let me just practicalize it for instance here. Now, price is at this level. So for me to want to consider demand, price should have been buying, right? And for me to consider supply, price should have been selling in that instance. Okay. Price should have been selling in that instance. But right now, I see that price is beginning to try to break structure, which is suggesting a market structure shift to the upside. So from the lowest point that price gave me that reversal, which is here, I'm having the first point here, the second point, third point. Price did like a false break. Okay, it is wrong. It will be wrong for me to do my trend line this way. It will be wrong actually. My trend line should consist of my first and second touch, which is first, second, then I extend it all the way. If you can capture more, it's fine. All right. So you clearly see what I'm talking about. Now, price, sorry. the first, second, third. Now, here, price gave a false break. It looked like it wanted to retest and hold, but price came back inside. Now, which is suggesting that there is momentum for price to push up. So one of the things is that I need to wait for price to get to this level before I continue my buy. That's one. Now, on the condition that price does not have enough momentum, then possibly breaks lower and look for a demand area. It's looking for liquidity basically. So where do I have that? I don't really have a demand area. What I have is order block, which is at this level. Now the whole of this range before the massive pull up. Right? So I can just mark something like this, So otherwise, price can give me this break, hit this level, then all of a sudden start to go up. Now, let me show you also in another form. Please, I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. I'm getting notification here. My network is going to say yes on your chat, so we can continue this session smoothly. If I don't get any response, I will assume that my network is bad and people can't hear. Can anyone hear me? Let me see. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, so this is what I'm saying. Now, what I'm trying to explain here happened before. Let me show you. Like I said, this is my trend line. I expect price to be bouncing off my trend line, but there are times where when price gets to my trend line here, price gets here, I expect it to pull up, but it might not have enough liquidity to pull up from here. Now, what does it need? What does it need? It needs liquidity, which you can find at either your demand areas or your supply areas. All right. Hence, price will go below your trend line to look for that liquidity, pick it, then move up again. Right. Now, it happened here. And why? Like I said, this is where the trend line is. But unfortunately, you can see that price, my demand zone, let me show you. You can see all these cells before this massive move to the upside, right? If I mark all of them like this, you notice that there is liquidity from the trend line slightly below the trend line. So price, that was why we had like a false break. So after price picked all of the liquidity there, then it had enough momentum to start pulling back to the upside. So like I said, that might happen here again for GBP USD. Sorry, GBP JPY, which means if price might not actually give me that buy from here. I'm not saying it won't. There's a tendency it might not, right? Because I don't see enough liquidity at this level. There is some, but not enough. On the condition that price feels that this liquidity is enough, then it bounces off again. But for me, I don't think it's enough. Where do I have in more liquidity? I have more liquidity at this level. You see this sell candle before the buy, right? So you simply mark from the high of the sell to the low, from the high of this sell candle to the low of this sell candle, and extend it. This is where I have more liquidity. So if you place your buy now and it doesn't buy, don't bother putting stop loss in between. Just allow price to run down to this point. If it gets here, then your stop loss can be below here. Then I expect price to start pulling back to the upside, right? So that is for GBP JPY. Someone said Euro USD. Let's quickly go there. Okay. My audio is cracking. I think it should be better now. Yes, it should be better now. So USD KPY. No, we'll get to it. We'll get to all of them. We just want to At least we start from somewhere, right? It's manageable. Wow, that means my network is not that good. Okay, let's see if we can manage it well. All right, so USD JPY, I wanted to place a buy before, I slept, but well, we can still have it because I know that for today, there's a tendency that the USD might be strong. In fact, been expecting the USD to be strong because of, the emergence of Donald Trump now into office, but it's giving us that strong week, strong week. It's not yet stable. Mixed feelings still in the air. But irrespective, in the long run, I expect it to be strong, to be bullish. Now, how do I trade this guy? Kenny, it looks more like you are into Euro PS. All right. Okay, let's just finish this one first. Now, for USD JPY, you see that this guy has been struggling to actually continue on the upward momentum. So this has been the upward momentum. We had a massive retracement down here. I don't really expect price to come all the way back to this downside. Massive retracement, and since then, let's see, price has been struggling. First of all, this was our support level. This was our support level initially. So the price went below it, and now price is looking at. So you can see where I just marked. So you see that this particular then pull back to this level is holding. Now it's looking like it's not making it's not allowing price to really go to the upside. Now, why is that happening? Let me see. Okay. So one of two things will happen, all right? Now, for price to continue on that upward momentum, it needs strength. It's more like how do I put it now? You you've been working hard for several hours and you need to relax, you need to rest. So just look at that relaxation as momentum, right? Momentum. Or let me put it this way too. Say you're traveling from Lagos to Abuja, let me use Nigeria terrain, and you get to a particular point where you need the car to rest, or you yourself, you need to take a break, okay? Refresh, then continue the journey. Now, one of the things you need for your journey is fuel. You need fuel. At some point, you're going to get more fuel on the road. So if you lack that fuel, you need to look for a filling station to get fuel. Now, it now depends on where the filling station is. Now, for your chart, your filling stations are synonymous to your supply demand areas, which I'm going to be really dissecting more later this afternoon by 1 p.m. Please don't forget. All right. So now I always look out for if price is on an upward trend, right? This is the secret. This is the secret which I will expand shit on. Always look out for before a massive pull up like this. Was there a buy to the downside, a sell to the downside first? Look out for a leg down before a leg up. In a bullish momentum, look out for first a leg down. It's just like saying you want to jump and you want to jump higher. All right, for you to do that, you first do what? You bend down. Like the lower you go, the higher you can push to the upside. Okay, so that is it. Now, this push to the downside is more like price went down first or going down to peak strength before leaping this high. Okay, now it's finding it to continue going higher. What does it need? It needs to go back down. Now, this was where it got that strength from initially, at the initial, right? So that's one of two things can happen. If price holds now and it can't break this level, that means on the condition that it does not have enough momentum, then price, you see price pull into this area. When it gets here, then it becomes supercharged. It carries full tank. That is when it will go here, break this level, and keep pushing to the upside. Okay, so now our job is to look out for where that liquidity is most likely going to be. Now, on the condition also, Price feels, please, I need everyone mute. Everyone. Okay. All right. Now, sorry about that. When you see what I'm talking about is if price cannot go up from here, now if you feel that there's enough momentum to push to the upside, then obviously from here, they need to break this particular level and keep pulling to the upside. This is how it looks like on my 1 hour time frame. It will break this level and keep pushing, 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 and keep going to the upside. But if it does not have that enough momentum, where it can peak momentum is down here, right? So in case you see your USD JPY keep pulling to the downside, this is where you should start buying from massively, like massive buys. I don't know if you see all those videos where some persons, you just see them stacking maybe gold, oil, US 100, or possibly any currency pair, USD JPY, for instance. Now, if I'm going to do that, where I can make so much profit is what they don't tell you is that they do not do that every day. They can't do it every day. They can only do it when price is at a right point. So what they do is they are stacking is that because there is a more than 80% chance that price will actually go to the upside. So imagine that price came to this level here and I see price starting to move to the upside. Hence, I can have like 8, 9, 10 buys on USD JPY. I just stack them all the way, all right? So the moment price can even get to this point, you see massive profit all of a sudden. So I can't try it every time. I can only do it when price is at a significant level, all right? So that's what I just want you to know. So this is, I expect price to break this particular level for us to continue buying. Otherwise, if it goes down, wait for it to get all the way down here. That's for USD JPY. Meanwhile, I think one or two more currency before we just go to gold. Okay, let's quickly just even go to gold. There's no time. No time. This is good right here. Let me see. Let me see. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to apply something so that I want to apply a particular cheat code, to this my chart. Let me see if I can. Okay. So, like, instead of me manually marking all the significant points, this is just going to do it for me. All right. This is going to help me mark those significant points. Now, what is it trying to tell us? There's a possible reversal for our gold at this point. Now, if gold can get to this level, then most likely there's going to be some massive retracement to the downside. We are not yet there. We are not yet there. But where price is right now, it's suggesting a sell trade. It's suggesting a bearish momentum. Now, let me just do it manually. Okay, I think I like doing this manually again. Now you can clearly see that gold has been pushing to the upside. I'm trying to look for a time frame that can give us, some kind of trend movement. Let's see. Yeah, and this is giving us some kind of trend movement. Now, irrespective of whatever you see gold doing, in the long run, gold is bullish, like bullish, all right? So if it's going down, trust me, it's not going to last for too long. And no matter how long it lasts, it will recover, go up, and even go way more, okay? To recover, go up, and even go way more, okay? So now, gold, all these massive sell to the downside, you can see gold is trying to recover, and it's doing that gradually, right? It's doing it gradually. Now, you can see from my 4-hour time frame also, and what gold is doing, it's clearly pushing higher and higher and higher. Okay, and price has recently pushed high massively for the last few days. Let me see on our time frame. The last few days, you can see that price has pushed higher massively. Now, I want to possibly, let's say we want to keep buying this guy. So remember, where do I take my buy from? So this is what to expect. Now, remember that price just broke above this particular resistance level and it retested, which is this, the foundation is solid right now, and it's going to the upside. Now, I can see some retracement. I will be confident in buying this guy if price can give me some retracement back here. So remember our strategy. Remember our strategy, right? Before a massive move to the upside, I need to see a push to the downside, right? I need to see a push to the downside. So in this instance here, I have the whole of this push to the downside, the whole of this sell, all these sell candles, right, to the downside. Now, this was what happened yesterday. So I expect price to pull all the way down here to have enough strength to continue pulling to the upside. There is some liquidity lying around this point. That means there's, can have some strength here because there's obviously like uh, these two bearish candles before this upward movement. So hence, price just tapped into that level and is continuing to pull to the upside. In my opinion, it's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. But well, it's gold. So who can tell? Gold might just, oh, it's enough for me and I can go with it. So all things being equal, we are looking at buying good in the long run. But for me to buy, I need price to come down. Perhaps this is the movement we are waiting for. For some persons who are um, high risk traders, like just want to get out, it's a good time to buy. But if you want to become, if you are trying to play it safe, you want to do day trading, then you want to wait for price to come back to this level for you to be buying. Meanwhile, there's a possibility it might not come back. So please have it at the back of your mind. Might not, right? It might not. So you might be buying this guy, but your lot size, just make sure you have your stop loss somewhere below here at the moment. But if it gets to this point, this is where we want to do the stacking trades, like good lot size, multiple positions, and all. So that is for gold. Then I think someone said USD card, right? If we are to go back USD card, this guy has been yesterday. I missed out on the sale. I looked at it, but I was like, okay, get to this level instead of me to sell you so that I'm going to buy. This is how it looks like. So price is inside of this small range, right? Um, at a Kenny, let's see how far we can, because the other instrument, very important, was budget, right? Um, so for NZD USD, it has been on a bullish movement for a while. Price started to range. So perhaps that bullish momentum is over because you can see some crazy uh, bearish, candles right here. So if I extend this to the future, so it's suggesting to me that price is at a point where I really, really can have my buys. But please note that this is where you have your, this like this sell before the buy. Okay. So it might just go slightly more to the downside, then price will pull back to the upside. So for today, I expect the USD CHF to be bullish. And you can have your T to be bullish, but it can still pull down inside of the zone before we start buying USD card. NZD, is it Euro NZD? Let's see. Let me just quickly take that before we go to US 100 indices, basically. I think it should be Euro NZD. EURNZ. Okay, what's going on? Excuse me. Did my network that is faulty? Okay, I think we'll most likely come back to that. All right. So let's okay, it's my network. Okay. So US 100. Please, I really hope we are still here because my network is really, really active. US 100. Okay, so the funny thing about US 100 is it's been significantly bullish. Yeah, it's like significantly bullish. So there are two ways I can actually draw this trend line. There are two ways. So either I really start from here, you know. So you notice that there's been a break. Uh, so price has broken below uh, my level massively. This is on my 4 hour time frame. Now, if I go to my 1 hour time frame, let me even mark the major points that price has been reversing from. Okay, for my 4 hours. Okay, so here was a support level for me at some point. This level here was serving as support for me at some point. Now price has broken it and it keeps going to the upside. Let me see. So it keeps going to the upside. Now, what will I see? I might want to keep buying this guy, but there is also one information that is missing. Now, this is it. It's for those who are used to patterns on your chart. You notice something. Notice that this was the first time price hit this high. It came to this level. Now it came lower, isn't it? So, and then this point. So if I'm to have my trend line, I can just do something like this, first, second, and extend this way. All right. First, second, and extend this way. And some other persons will just decide to do this way. Now, this is wrong. This is wrong. This one is wrong, but this is right. Okay. Uh, all right. Now, it means that any moment from this point now, I can expect price to, give me a little bit of bearish momentum. I will expect price to struggle at this point, So if price can get to this level, let me mark this level, then I wouldn't really, really want to be buying this guy again. At this point here, okay. So let's say the whole of this area right here. Then on my 1 hour time frame, the moment price hits my trend line, guys, you want to be selling this guy at least first, so that price can come back all the way down before continuing upward momentum. Because I don't see US 100 really, really pushing up massively today. All right, I don't see really pushing up. In the long run, yes, it will go up, but what am I expecting for today? I expect price to pull up a bit, then come down more, all right? Pull up a bit, then come down more. I expected that yesterday, which it did. It did it here and it did it here again. But you can see that the bullish momentum is still massively trying to push price to the upside. Okay. So that's what I'm still expecting. Just take some good sell trade, then close out yourself and allow price to run up massively in the long run, which might not really be today. US 2000. I really want to hurry up. US 2000, my 4 hour time frame. I like starting from a higher time frame. So US 2000 is giving us some bullish momentum, although we had a massive retracement to the downside. And after that particular retracement, you'll see that it was struggling to break this high, which it finally did, now. It has broken above that particular level. So we just need, okay, it broke above confirmation, but came inside here. So yes, US 2000 is still going to be bullish. Still going to be bullish. All right, still going to be bullish. For those who want to be, I like buying from demand, supply, or my other block. This level here. Now, why do I mark this level? Remember what I said before a massive move to the upside, I need to see a move to the downside first. So I will consider that move to the downside, these two bearish candles, right? So in other words, the price can just give me this. If price can give me a little bit of retracement, then I'm really, really going to be buying this guy, you know, to continue pulling to the upside. Okay. So that's what I'm expecting for US 2000. Yusuf Abdulkadir. Okay. I'm not sure I understand the reason for the year. Okay, so the Euro NZD, the network is back, chart is opened. So Euro NZD, first off from a higher time frame. Okay. This has been giving us some bullish momentum, but the bullish momentum has been stalled around this area here. Okay. So has been stalled around this area recently. Okay, let's see. So, excuse me. Now, but I think price is still trying to go back to the upside. This is where price is most likely going to be heading to. Most likely where price is going to be heading to. This zone right here is where price is most likely going to be headed to. Meanwhile, let me even adjust it. This is where it's really, really supposed to be. This is where it's supposed to be. Okay. So price is just trying to continue pushing to the upside. And if I can mark my trend line from this level, I'll show you how to properly mark your trend lines. Now, you see, I put the first, the second, then you just draw it all the way, all the way. All right. So anything below it is a false break. False break, pull up, false break, pull up. Now you notice that this is forming almost like a rising wedge for us, right? So price, any moment should break above this and keep pushing to the upside. So it has more of bullish momentum for us. There's Euro, NZD, and which one again? And Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Do I have Euro JPY already? Okay, I do. I have Euro JPY. So let me clear all of this. Okay. Please, if you notice what I always do, the moment I open a chart, whatever time frame price is, I switch to my 4 hours. And what am I looking for? I'm looking for the major resistance and support areas. Now, not I don't just take it as support resistance. I'm looking for the major. I'm trying to just fix my market structure. I'm looking for the major points of retracements. Okay, major points of retracements. Okay, so it tells me where price has been going for a while. If my daily, you can see that on a daily price has been massively bullish, right? Like really, really massively bullish. And if you use a trend line for what we are just going to talk about, if you pick a trend line, you'll see. Now, this is the first time, second time. Somebody's asking, why am I not picking here? It is sensible for me to know that if I pick it from here, like this, my next touch is going to be this way. right? So it makes more sense for me to pick it where I can have the possibility of most touches. So that's why I'm picking here. First, second, let me adjust this. I don't like it when my trend is doing this. Okay. First, second, then I adjust it all the way. I notice I pick more, 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 and more, and more. So this one is just an extreme point for us, right? So now that being said, you will find out that was this? This is Euro JPY, right? This daily. Now, from my daily price recently just bounced off my trend line from my daily. So it has enough momentum to pull up. Meanwhile, this is my uh, this is my more like a demand zone from my 4 hour time frame, from my daily time frame rather. Now remember, before a massive move to the upside, I need to see a leg down, right? So price is just trying to respect all of that. So let me pick the last one, pull it to the this way. So it's going to be very big, like a wide area, but you also notice that this is serving like a support area for me pulling up. Hence, what do you expect from Euro JPY in the long run? Continue pulling to the upside, or it should pull back to the downside. Hello, guys. So from what I just said, Euro JPY, what do you expect? Should it pull back, go back down, or should it continue going to the upside? We have done US 2000, Mr. DM. We have done US 2000. We've done US 2000. All right, please, if you feel you've missed anything, you can go back to this video on YouTube. It's on YouTube at Rally Trade. See this particular video. Okay. Okay. Continue pushing to the upside. Yes. Most likely continue pushing back to the upside. And if I'm going to have another trend line for resistance, let me see if I can do this. Let's see. This is more like for, okay, you can see first touch, second touch here. And if I want to do this, first touch, second touch, okay. So if you don't really understand what I'm doing, just make sure you are in the 1 p.m. session. You'll get the full understanding and you can maximize this. You can maximize this. Now, this you have what we call your trade setup, and all you need to do is to wait for price to actually conform to your setup. Just like, for instance, if I said this from experience, once I analyze my chart this way and I look my chart, now sometimes it might not give me buy, sell, like immediate instant execution. And if I don't want to use penny, I want to do instant execution. All I need to do is to wait for price to get to a particular. For instance, now hope you know that as much as we're expecting price to keep pulling up, if price can get as high as this level, there might be a challenge. Price might not really go up here if I retrace back to the downside before continuing again. All right. So, in other words, once I'm patient enough, I would prefer price coming back to the downside for me to buy this guy. Once I see such trades. So it can happen. I can get like 3 in a week if I do multiple charts. You get like 3 of them in a week. So what I do, I focus on it. You just notice that on my trade history, I'll have like, this is Euro JPY, I'll have like Euro JPY, Euro JPY, Euro JPY. I can have like 7, 10, 12, 15, Euro JPY, buy. And I buy, when I see that, oh, it's beginning to retrace, I close my trade, I wait for that retracement. Once it ends and it start pulling up again, I have buy. So you notice that you just see I notice on my history, you see one setup, multiple positions. Then you can see like I trade GBP JPY a lot. Like yesterday, that was my only trade yesterday. You see GBP JPY, you can have like 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how the chart is moving, right? So I'm just giving you a clue on how people really, really make massive profit on just one single trade setup. So that is one thing I'm going to be showing you today by 1 p.m. Right? And you don't need too many trades. You just need 1, 2, 3 good setups in a week. Once you find those setups, you maximize profit out of that particular setup. All right. So let me see. Perhaps one more before we go. Let me go back to that US 2000 because perhaps this person missed it. Like this is it. I said we've analyzed US 2000 and we will actually want to keep buying this guy, but for us to do so, we need price to retrace bit to these levels before we can actually take the buy. Okay, we need price to do that. Yes, it's for everyone. It's for VI. Let me confirm that again. Let me see. It's for VIPs. Advanced trade strategy for supply and demand zones, right? Now, this is my major, recently I just incorporated this. This is this person's, they don't really have time. Okay, fine. If I show you this trade setup, different, instrument, you can have it on like Euro USD, GBP USD, you can have it on like USJPY, if you take currencies or GBP JPY, which is one of my favorite. You can also have it on gold, you can have it on US 100, any one of it that enters conforms to the strategy I'm going to show you. That is the instrument you maximize profit on for that day. All right. So if you can have like 2, 3 conforming for the whole of that week, trust me, you're going to be good. Very good. All right. Eligible for VIP. VIP is based on your balance. All right. Based on your balance. And I think it's a minimum of 1.5 million. But if you have a minimum balance of 1M, I think you should be able to qualify for this class. All right. Quickly contact your account managers. I don't think the training is not for everyone, right? So you can have access to it. Um, Let me see. And it's by 1 p.m. Okay, by 1 p.m. I'd like to see all of you there. This is where we actually make the good money. Not that we are trying to segregate or discriminate, but to be honest with you, one part I left out is that you need some good funds in order to do this strategy. It's a business. The more money you have, then I should be able to expose you into how to make more money. For somebody who has 100,000 and somebody who has 1 million, most likely, no, you can't make the same amount of money. All right. If I show you this now and with your 100K, you are doing USDJPY, you are doing 0.01, 0.02, come on. To be honest with you, I wouldn't like it. But if I show you and you are using 0.1, 0.2, and you have like 5, 6, 7, 8 positions, and at the end of the day, you end up making like 300, 500, even some persons can have significant lot size and make up to 1 million, 2 million in one day. Yeah, I know a lot of persons who make money in millions. Once they see setup, they enter the trade and their profit is, you won't believe it, all right? So that is what I actually focus on. That makes me more happy. So that is what qualifies you to join at Jonathan, and I guess all also has it. Mm, the link will be sent to you by your account manager. It will be sent. Let me see. Oh, I can't send it to you right here. Can't send it. Just reach out to me. Um, Let me see. Jonathan. Um, okay, so you can just reach out to me and we'll take it off from there. All right. So looking forward to a very, very wonderful and peaceful day. Thank you so much for your time this morning. I hope you make massive. Also, please contact the camera. Ask them if you qualify to join the class by 1 p.m. All right. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. You're welcome, Moji. Most welcome.